Best of the Future Assistant.
Welcome everybody to the podcast The Future Assistant, a podcast full of inspiration, encouragement and empowerment for administrative professionals. Tune in, level up and get motivated by the stories you are about to hear. Do you know what working out loud means? Probably not. Especially assistants are not aware about this method, and this is why I wanted to present to you today an expert when it comes to working out loud, the incredible method behind, and how it is related to new work and the VUCA world. Meet Katharina Krentz, everyone. I'm very excited to have her on the show today. She is the founder of Connecting Humans. She is currently working for the company Bosch in Germany as corporate human resources transformation team and collaboration crew. She is the winner of the Digital Female Leader Award in the category New Work in 2019. She loves to travel. She's been living in Africa, in the US, in China, in India, and of course in Germany. She is totally into wine and loves good food, and there's so much more to discover about Katharina. So enjoy the episode with this special woman as she is introducing us to the world of working out loud. Okay, I'm very excited to record another episode for the Future Assistant podcast, and I have a very special lady sitting in front of me. Unfortunately, we are not together in a room. It's my first podcast that I'm actually recording, which is not face-to-face. So we are Zooming here right now, Katha and I. She is in the Stuttgart area in the south of Germany. I'm in Berlin. So it's wonderful to have her at least in front of me through the screen. Although, of course, it would be nicer to meet up with each other. But in this case, we're just too far away from each other. And I'm very happy that she agreed to do the podcast tonight. So welcome, Katha.
Thanks for having me, Diana.
So, Katha, first of all, thanks for being here with me tonight and to agree to the podcast. And I have to say that, as I mentioned before, we've never met before in person, but I've been following you on social media, all the postings around working out loud. You've been on the podcast from the lovely Tijen, Business Punk, and I just simply wrote a message to you afterwards because I was really interested in your story, especially from your background. And so I've been reaching out to you and I said, maybe we would be open to do a podcast with me because I think it will be a very inspiring story for global assistants out there because of the career you had actually approached in many, many ways. So tell us a bit about your background, Katha.
So what do you want to know precisely, Diana? My background is not a really linear one. Mm-hmm. My career wasn't planned, and I didn't follow any long-term goal, which I reached one day. Mm-hmm. So it was more a personal path, following my own interest and talent, taking the chances I was interested in. Mm-hmm. It's about my personal growth and development based on my passion and my interest. And you can read the single steps on my LinkedIn profile. I guess this is not really interesting, right?
It is actually. I was stalking you already there.
Okay, so in short, I started as a secretary back in 1997, developed into a board assistant and personal assistant in a small company. And later in 2005, I joined Bosch as a personal assistant and assistant to the so-called board of management, or in a business unit, the board. In 2012, I developed into a project manager, becoming internally active in the field of social technology and enterprise software, then becoming a community manager, building this role within Bosch, and became the lead of community management for Bosch Worldwide. And in 2015, I founded the Working Out Loud movement within Bosch and co-founded 1 year later the Working Out Loud community of practice to spread this method also outside of Bosch, together with other big German corporates. And today I'm part of the corporate HR and the collaboration crew to further develop internal collaboration within Bosch. And besides, I founded my own business, Connecting Humans, end of 2019, and partnered with the HR Performance Institute to be part of a great team which works on a lot of topics around the change of work, culture, leadership, and development.
Wow, that was at least a lot of information in there. And I can really see that you're very passionate, especially about the HR area. But I have to say, of course, since we are focusing on the assistant role in this podcast, of course, I'm very interested to hear your story about being an assistant. You even said you started as a secretary, as a personal assistant. So that was a starting point in your career. So what did you enjoy mostly about the role being an assistant back then?
The diverse tasks. So the freedom to go for my own ideas and to assist somebody without being fully responsible for everything. It's like in the fairy tales, the king or the queen sitting on the throne and the gray eminence or consultant is whispering in his or her ear to support taking good decisions. So I love working with people. I love bringing together the right people to getting a job done. And I have a talent in organizing things, events, and processes, and to really get work done in an efficient way. I love to choose the topics I'm interested in, and I loved to work so closely with one boss in a very close one-to-one trust-based relationship. And I really believe that the role of an assistant is very diverse and interesting. So if you stay open and curious, if you keep learning new things, and of course, if you have a great leader as a boss, this job can really, really be very fulfilling.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I enjoyed, being an assistant for nearly 20 years. And but it's still interesting to see where all these different backgrounds are coming from. And I meet a lot of assistants who made the transformation, who leveled up, who actually left the profession of being an assistant. But I always say it is a career. It's not stopping because you're an assistant. It's like you keep an assistant. You stay as an assistant. It's really a career. And I think that's one of the reasons I was so interested in your story, because you leveled up, you upskilled in many, many ways. And so, of course, we want to know, how did you make the transformation? Sure, many assistants out there are keen to learn, as they like to level up in many ways. And you are a wonderful example how your career progressed even more. So how did you make the transformation, Katha?
So first of all, I never planned to do that. My father had 3 assistants, and they traveled with him across the world, and he brought them flowers.
And chocolate, hopefully.
Only flowers, I guess. So this was really, I was really happy in this job, and I never thought that I would quit. My luck was that my boss told me that he was afraid of the day I would leave him, but I have to leave him because with him I'm wrong, and it's wasted potential. And I was really shocked because I loved my job and I was happy working with him, but he told me I need my own topic I can care for. And some months later, a new project was started, and I took over the role of the project lead. And in parallel, I took the further education as a project manager, a social media manager, and a community manager, because I was really, really excited to bring these social media trends internally into the company. And because I moved from Lower Saxony to here, Baden-Württemberg, I spent a lot of my free time out there in the internet on social media. And then I had the chance to do that also internally for Bosch. And I was really excited to doing that. So I did a lot in my private time. I started to exchange with people outside of Bosch about these topics. And then one day I was invited to join a big central project team based on the experience I gathered within 1 year of being this project lead. And later I started to study in my free time and got a bachelor degree in media and communications management. And I need to say I have always been a curious person. I love learning. I like to further grow and develop. So standards, continuous and linear work is not interesting for me. And I like to explore movement, change, development. Also, as an assistant, I've always pulled tasks which allow me to learn, where I have the freedom to bring in my own ideas, and where I get the trust and respect I need to perform best. So how to do the transformation, my best tip for others is therefore be sure who you are, what your talents are, what you are good in, and what you are interested in, and go for your passion and your own ideas. So it's not about titles or roles. It's less about making a career. It's more about finding sense in what you do and getting attention, appreciation, and recognition for who you are and what you do in the same time.
Absolutely.
This is the basis to really be happy in the job you do and with the career you take or make.
Yes, I always ask assistants in my seminars, do you know your why exactly? Do you know where you're heading to? Do you know exactly what's coming next? Everyone talks about upskilling, but which direction, right? I think there are so many new directions out there for assistants. We talk about diversity and inclusion. We talk about agile working. We talk about feel-good management, becoming maybe a train the trainer. I see so many variations out there for assistants. So it's really, really our responsibility to grab these options, talk with your boss, and what a wonderful gesture of your boss. He let you fly away, right? Leaving the nest and giving you the opportunity, because this way he knows he's going to keep you in the company because he gave you the freedom to really explore yourself, which is a fantastic element of leadership, I believe. So another tip, probably find the right boss, right?
Yeah, definitely. And lucky me, I had really great bosses in the past.
Yeah.
So I guess once you have a very bad boss, you exactly know what you don't want to choose. So but he was really fantastic because he believed in me and he saw potential I didn't realize back that days.
Wow.
So I guess if you have somebody who supports you in that way, that's the best thing which can happen.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. So tell us a little bit more about the current role at Bosch you are doing, and what is all the passion about this?
Yeah, I'm at the moment, or since June this year, so since 3 months, I'm part of the corporate HR, so human resource, here in the Bosch headquarters, and part of the so-called collaboration crew. It's a team which tries to improve collaboration at Bosch globally, helping colleagues to getting their job done while following our mission statement of passion for people. It's about enjoy, grow, perform, what we try to achieve for everybody in Bosch, if possible. And besides, I still lead the Working Out Loud initiative, but this will change in very near future. Mm-hmm. So that I can, again, make a change for myself and learn and do something differently. Where it takes me, I don't know, because I don't have this 5 years plan. It's really following my instinct, my passion, and the chances, to take care of topics I'm interested in and where I really can be, very self-efficient.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we've been naming the word already, working out loud, and I always say those little free letters here, the W, the O, and the L, they look so easy, but they have such an important impact in organizations. But not everyone, of course, is close to this topic, is aware of working out loud. So I really want you to give some insights into this method. So how would you basically describe working out loud to someone who never heard of it before?
First of all, for me, working out loud is much more than just a method. For me, it's a mindset and as well a skill set. It's about sharing and narrating your work. So it's network-based collaboration, which is, first of all, open and transparent to everyone in this network. Mm-hmm. Working Out Loud builds on 5 elements. It's number 1, relationships. Number 2, visible work. Number 3, generosity. So giving first, taking maybe second, maybe never. Yeah. It's number 4, growth mindset. So really the strong belief that you can learn and develop. And number 5, purposeful discovery. So really exploring the world outside and opening up. This is exactly what we need in our more and more highly connected and digitally driven world. So the method behind is about learning to collaborate and cooperate based on these 5 elements. It triggers your mindset. You can explore and experience how it feels to work like this. And if you like it, go on practicing and work out loud. And the method works as follows. 5 people meet over the course of 12 weeks for 1 hour a week. For this 1 hour, they follow a very structured working out loud circle guide, so kind of a manual for the program. It contains the agenda of the meeting and exercises you need to do to explore how to work out loud. And for the 12 weeks, you set yourself a learning goal. And during the weeks, you learn how to set up a diverse network of experts to reach this goal. You'll find everything in the book Working Out Loud and at the inventor's homepage. So Mr. John Stepper at www.workingoutloud.com. I guess we can put it in the show.
Absolutely. I'm going to put it in the notes. Yeah.
And there are tons of interviews, articles, podcasts, videos. So whatever media you like to learn, there is a lot out there to really dig deeper into this amazing topic.
It is an amazing topic. I can see Katja is smiling, by the way, the moment she started talking about working out loud. Unfortunately, you cannot see it, but I do. So it's really a topic close to your heart.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, it found me, this is a perfect match.
Yeah. So how important would you say is working out loud with regard to new work and the VUCA world?
For me, I guess you know it, it's very important.
I thought so.
Yeah, so the best answer to the VUCA world, and VUCA means volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, are diverse networks. Mm-hmm. So based on such a diverse network, you are better informed. You have access to knowledge and the experience of others. You can further learn and develop. You see that you're not alone out there, and there is no need to do everything on your own. And to learn how to set up such a diverse network, how to work with it, how to make use of the different perspectives it offers, and how to contribute, this can be learned with the Working Out Loud Circle method. And in such a circle, you can explore how new work really feels and what is possible in today's world by becoming more visible, more empowered, and of course, more self-effective.
Absolutely. Yeah, fully agree. So what really fascinated you back then? I mean, for you, it was also the first time you ever heard of it. You heard of John Stepper, you heard of the method. So where did you get all the passion from? And how did you get started with all of that? Did it take a while, or was it already in you right away?
No, it took a while. So I explored the term Working Out Loud already in 2012 when I was responsible to set up enabling programs for community managers. And in 2015, I was invited to join some people in my network in a conference with John Stepper, who explained this method. And I was fascinated that it's possible to learn how to work out loud. So before my first Working Out Loud circle back in 2015, I thought that working out loud is a talent some people have, and me neither. Mm-hmm. But in week 3 of my first circle, I had this aha moment of, hey, you can learn to work out loud in your own pace, with your own learning goal, with people you don't know, but who come very close already in 3 weeks. And learning in such a small, explorative, but secure environment with and from others is simply fun. Mm-hmm. And learning by doing, with time for self-reflection, is for me personally the best way to develop and grow. And I have never developed and grown that much and that fast since the beginning of my first circle back in 2015. And I
Wow.
guess you can see the result on
Exactly.
Twitter,
Exactly.
LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Instagram. So out there, but also within Bosch. I have one of the most diverse and biggest networks internally in the company. So whatever question I have, whatever problem I face, whatever barrier comes up, I know people who know somebody who can help and who are willing to help. And exploring that is kind of a superpower, which I strongly believe everybody can have and everybody can make use of, and you can learn it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always say never stop learning. I think that's a very important mantra for many people out there, and especially assistants who are facing some tough times out there. I mean, I'm not someone who's always talking about the sunshine out there. We have to see what is AI doing to our roles. What is also the always becoming younger generation of managers who are super tech savvy themselves, who love to organize themselves in many ways. So we see a lot of changes in the profession, and this is why assistants need to level up, and this is why it's one of the reasons I really wanted to introduce your topic also to them, to engage them, to empower them, to get out there, to reach out to people. How do I get into these circles? What are the next steps? Because they are needed in these circles as well. Every voice is needed, and also from the assistant's perspective, because they are the builders and the shapers out there in the organizations as well. They are close to the management. They have access to important information, and I always say, make use of this information. Get involved, become active. So what would be your message to the future assistants out there? So what do you say from your perspective now, being an assistant a few years ago and now being a manager, having a different perspective on the organization? What skills are important for future assistants?
So people, ladies, man out there, please.
Exactly, the man out there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Build digital competencies and a good understanding of network mechanisms. So the usage of digital tools, so becoming tech savvy, some knowledge and understanding about data analytics and data science, and a basic understanding of algorithms. But also, of course, navigating safely the internet and digital platforms like social media channels. And then, of course, also media competence and the ability to differentiate between fake news from the truth and between facts and opinions. I see there is a big value in this knowledge out there. Then, of course, the superpower is being curious and staying curious. The ability to keep on learning, growing, and developing. Empathy, listening and taking care of one another. This is a very, very strong power where I think we as humans do really have capabilities. AI is not taking over in the short term. Then, of course, self-effectiveness, mm-hmm. the ability to be and stay resilient, healthy, and lucky, because this is our own responsibility, and there will nobody be taking care of this. We need to be self-responsible for taking care of that.
Yes, absolutely. It is all in our hands. And a lot of assistants still need this motivation boost. They need the empowerment message. And I'm grateful for your message tonight here to show them options, what's out there, and grab these opportunities, because it is now the time to really move out of our comfort zones and not hide behind the titles of our managers. Hey, I'm the CEO assistant, I'm safe, right? No, it's not, because the changes, especially right now in our dynamic environment, and the corona pandemic showed us how dynamic this all becomes. Luckily, we have a different awareness now on digitization. That's the good part about it. But were we fast enough? Did we run fast enough? Were we prepared? So everyone as an assistant, once again, it is important that you know your why and that you know which direction am I heading, and going out there, being part of a Working Out Loud circle for sure is going to give you a different perspective and maybe also some inspiration. What is going to be your next career step? And I think Kata was a fantastic example here tonight for showing how it's important to level up, what career paths are opening up all of a sudden, but you have to learn. You have to be willing to learn. You have to stay curious, fully agree with you, and then the opportunities are out there. So grab the doorknob, go to the door, get closer to that door, and maybe if you're brave enough, open up the door and let's see what's waiting for you out there. So I'm very, very grateful for our talk, Kata. And before we are closing, I just want to ask you a little private question. I read about you. You're in love with a good wine and food, but you're not a good cook, right?
I cannot cook at all.
So what is the current wine bottle in your fridge right now? Any recommendations for us?
Oh, my very most beloved wine is coming from Italy, from the Piedmont area. Mm-hmm. It's called Virtus. It's a very old red wine, and it's a blend.
Okay.
The interesting part is that I never thought I would like drinking a blend wine. And blend wine is a mixture of 3 different wines in this case. But it's so fantastic. I love it. It's difficult to get it. I'm a bit angry of Corona because I was not able to drive to the Piedmont area over Easter, because this is kind of one of my routines. Every Easter, every year, we travel to Italy, to the Piedmont area, and go get wine.
So the car is fully packed on the way back, huh?
Yes.
Fantastic. And by the way, I'm actually interviewing tomorrow for the podcast a male assistant from Italy. He's from Milano. He's from Italy. He's coming over to Berlin. So I'm going to see him live here. My dear friend Marco, he's working at Bayer, the pharmaceutical company, and I'm very excited to hear his story tomorrow. So here we go. Italy is a good information already, because I'm going to see this guy tomorrow. So Kata, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you have so many things going on, and I'm very grateful. As I said, we have not met in person before, but I was super fascinated by your profile and the fact that you said right away, yes, of course, Diana, let's do this. If I can help, if I can give some information out there, and maybe if I can empower some other assistants to walk some new paths, and I'm happy. And I'm happy that you made it all the way here virtually to Berlin. And so thanks again for doing this. And we're going to follow you. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to reach out to you and maybe want to be part of some circles and get some more advice from you. So thanks so much.
Hey, the pleasure is with me. Thanks for having me. Thanks for telling the story from this perspective. I'm proud of what happened. And I hope that the people out there hopefully got some inspiration, because it's not about your role or your function or whatever. It's about you.
Exactly.
It's just about you. This is your life. And within these days, you only have this one life. So take care.
Exactly. So stay blessed and stay healthy, everyone out there, our followers and listeners, and all the best from us here from Germany. So thanks again, Kata. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm sure you took a lot of notes from the things that Katharina was sharing with us. So what are your next steps? Are you going to sign up for a Working Out Loud circle? Are you going to share this information with other assistants in your organization? Are you going to bring this into your assistant network? Whatever is on your list, I wish you all the best, because that's a wonderful journey we are all on. And I think Working Out Loud is a great method, especially when it is connected to new work in the VUCA world. So never forget that you are a leading role in the digital transformation, how you are supporting your executives, how you are supporting your organization. So make that next step. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate that you decided to spend your valuable time with me. How did you like the episode? Please make sure you leave a note or a comment and a review, and I would love to get your feedback. The next episode is in the making already, and I cannot wait to welcome you again at the Future Assistant Podcast. See you soon.